Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on, world? Paris Simmons checking in. Have a little conversation with y'all. Let me make sure I'm live on all my pages. As soon as you hop on, like this, love this. Definitely let me know where you're calling in from. All right, let me make sure I'm live everywhere else. I hope y'all are feeling good today. It's a beautiful day, beautiful Monday, and a lot of success is about to happen this week. A lot of success, and you definitely want to make sure that you're ready to go ahead and take the week by the horns. All right, let me see where we at. Add the timeline. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, let me know where y'all are calling in from. If you're watching this via replay, as always, drop replay below. But today I'm gonna go over some traits of the highly successful, right? I'm gonna go over some traits of the highly successful. So as you hop on, definitely let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, which doesn't want to make up its mind whether it wants to rain, whether it wants to be sunny, but we sunny blue skies now. It was pouring earlier. I loved it actually. All right, cool, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, we got NY, New York, live in the house. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Definitely hope all is well out there. So I'm gonna talk today about something that I think everybody needs to hear, and these are really the traits of those who are highly successful. And I talk to a lot of people, I mentor a lot of people on a consistent basis, and I've been fortunate to really be around a lot of people who have had a lot of success in all areas of life. The industries I'm involved in, some in the industries that I'm not involved in. And I noticed a few things that really stuck out to me, and I wanted to share that with you all on the day. I'm tripping. I'm supposed to be live on Instagram too. All right, awesome, awesome. We good to go. So I definitely wanted to share that with you all. Some things that I've seen have allowed so many people to have success. Number one is having a clear cut goal. Now, I tell people all the time, being successful isn't just saying, I want to be successful. Well, one, you got to have the picture of what success looks like. One, you have to know exactly where it is that you're trying to go, right? Somebody can say, hey, you know what? I want to go somewhere on the west. But if you don't have, like, if you hop in a car, you don't turn on your GPS, you're not really going to know where you're going or how to get there. And it's kind of similar to your goals. You got to be very clear cut, concise, and specific on whatever it is that you want to attract in your life. So you say you want to make more money, have a specific dollar amount, right? A very specific dollar amount. So that was one of the really first things that really stuck out to me is they have clear cut goals. Number two, they have a willingness to learn. And for anybody on this call, anybody who's listening to me, if you're really trying to take things to the next level, you got to always have a willingness to remain a student. You got to always have that urge. You got to always really have that hunger, that might to continue learning and continue being teachable and coachable. On my last live, I talked about how you have to be, right? You have to learn from somebody who already has what it is you have. And then you always got to make sure that you're in a place to where you have a spirit that you're willing to learn. Right? You got to come into things knowing that you do not know everything. And if you do know everything, then you need to put yourself in rooms with people that know more than you. And the more I study a lot of people that have success, the more I see and help people have success. This is something that's very critical. But because in my time of mentoring people, in my time of working with people, I noticed those who had success in a massive capacity and who had success quicker were honestly those that were willing to learn. Honestly, those that were willing to get in and, like my mentor Justin Owens says, run the play. The whole play and nothing but the play. And that's something that's very critical. So number one, you got to have clear-cut goals, right? For my new people that are hopping on, these are 4 traits of the highly successful. Number one is having clear-cut goals. Got to be specific, right? Got to be specific. I tell people to set C-type goals, right? Goals to where, you know what, they're so big that they scare you, right? You don't know exactly how it's going to get done. If you know exactly how the goal can get accomplished, it's a little too small, right? Now you can have both all A, B, and C type. That's a a whole nother conversation as far as really breaking that down. But have a goal so big that it scares you. You got to really stretch and go beyond your comfort zone to get it, right? Number two, be willing to learn. Have a teachable and coachable spirit, right? Be that person that says, you know what, I want to go ahead and absorb all the information I can. I want to go ahead and progress and keep getting better. Number three is you have to have patience through this entire process, because on the road to success, I don't care what it is that you're doing. I don't care if it's business related. I don't care if it's sports. It doesn't really matter what it is that we're talking about. You have to have patience through this process and know that the end goal is going to happen. Why? Because you have the end goal in mind. It's going to be hard to get to something. Like I said, you don't know where you're going, but you got to start with that end in mind and have patience through that process. You know, something that that we tell people all the time, right, is it's going to happen, right? Like my brother Eze says, at an appointed time, right? So when it happens for him, may not be the same as you. When it happens for her, may not be the same as you. So you have to have patience, but still have the mental fortitude to remain strong through this entire time. And this is kind of one of the biggest things that I see a lot of people struggle with, right? They want everything to come fast. They want that microwave success and aren't really willing to, you know what, sit in the oven for a little bit, right? Under that 450 heat. They're not willing to just sit there and sizzle and grow through that process so you can go ahead and have the perfect end result. And you see, one of our first books that we read inside of my Retired 365 movement was Think and Grow Rich. And they talked about being 3 feet from gold, where a gentleman who was searching for gold was chucking away, and he stopped short, went and sold his machine. Somebody realized what he had, bought the machine, reconfigured it, goes back and finds the gold, and he was only 3 feet from the mark, right? The person that stopped was only 3 feet from finding the gold mine. And those who are not patient through this process, those who cannot have the foresight, the mental fortitude to keep seeing through the struggles, through the pain, through the hurt, through the trials, through the tribulations, are cutting yourself short of a blessing. I'll tell you a story about Victoria's Secret. You know, when I was in college, I was a marketing major, and when we would study companies, I tried to go outside the box. You know, I didn't want to study the same old McDonald's, the same Apple, phenomenal corporations, don't get me wrong, but I said, you know what, I'm going to do Victoria's Secret today. And I am very glad that I actually studied this company. The CEO, many years ago, created a line because he wanted to create things that he would like to see his wife in, right? Victoria's Secret went through a very strenuous period at the beginning. They were struggling, right? They were struggling. They almost went bankrupt. If not, they may have gone bankrupt. I can't remember. But they were struggling to get where they are financially. This is at the beginning, right? And the CEO goes on and commits suicide, okay? Commits suicide. 5 years later, Victoria's Secret became the brand that we knew today. And I thought that's something that came to mind when I talk about stopping 3 feet from gold. Listen, everybody on this call, right? You either in a storm, just coming out of a storm, or about to go into one, right? That's just the fact of the matter. Be patient through this process, right? Have the faith through this process. I promise you, it'll be worthwhile at the end of the road. And then last but not least, you have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined, and when it comes to accomplishing your goals, when it comes to having success. Anybody on any major stream, I'm going to go to sports, for example. When people go and pay to watch the people on the field, to watch the people on the court, to watch the people on the track, to watch the people that are inside of the swimming pool, they are not only admiring, right, how good they can shoot a ball. They're admiring the discipline that went into being that great, right? Whether they realize it or not. And if you want to have another level of success, you got to be able to control yourself. You got to be able to go ahead and organize a schedule. Like I said on my last call, stick to that schedule. Continue to be consistent on what it says, on what you said that you would do, right? Commitment is remaining faithful, right, to what you said you would do, to the things you said you would accomplish long after the mood you set it in has left you, right? Commitment is remaining faithful to doing what you said you would do long after the mood you set it in has left you, right? So discipline is a very important thing. Like I said, I'm not going to be in front of you all too long, but I'm going to go through these 4 again to make sure you all understand for the new people that are hopping on. Number 1, you have to have a clear-cut goal. Actually, for those who are on my lives, drop for me one of your goals that you have for 2020. Let me know what you all are wanting to accomplish this year. Go ahead and drop for me in the chat, in the video, under this video, in the comment section, something that you want to accomplish. You got to have a clear-cut goal. You have to be willing to learn. You have to have patience, and then you have to have discipline through this entire process, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited. I'm stoked. It's going to be a phenomenal month. This is honestly going to be the best month of my life. I'm already going ahead and claiming that, and I definitely hope it's the same for you. We got a lot of stuff bubbling, brand new e-commerce, dropshipping academy, affiliate marketing, paid advertisement academy dropping next week. Anniversary, 4-year anniversary of Traffic Kings Academy. Shout out to all current students getting ready for that. And we're about to have the biggest month of explosion in our #1 faith-based investment group, my Forex, my crypto, my binary movement, Retired at 365. And I'm looking forward to that. 50 chairman traders. That means 50 people that will help hit the 5-figure mark residually. And with trading, we already have about 5 in the movement. Got another 40 or so to go, and that's going to happen. And we're about to bust a new wave of chairmen this week. Shout out to all the current chairmen and chairwomen inside of the movement. I'm excited. Like I said, August is going to be a wonderful month. But if you want to have success, you definitely want to make sure that you master these things. You definitely want to make sure you master these things. And on the last 2 streams that I talked about, when I first got started with e-commerce, I had to do those same things. I had to have the willingness to learn because my bank account wasn't getting me where I wanted to. When Ty Dow, my mentor, told me to do X, Y, and Z, I did it, completely transformed my life. When we started this Forex movement, I had to make sure that I was disciplined to continue showing the plan like those who were at the time, Chairman 100, Chairman 250, what we're saying to do. I had to make sure that I set a goal, right? A clear-cut goal, not only for me, but for my organization as I continue growing. And over the last few years, I have been grateful and fortunate enough to really have success in all the industries that I was able to touch. But these 4 traits were things that really allowed me to get there. So whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you aspire to do, you can definitely go ahead and put this into practice now, and I promise you, you'll attract that success. So that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Perry Simmons checking out. I'll see you on top of the moon because the sky's never the limit. If you have not already partnered with me yet, you definitely want to do so, right? You definitely want to do so, right? Like I said, shout out to all the students. We got the launch next week, August 10th. We're going ahead and having some pre-launch spots filled. So if you ever want to go ahead and really further your automation, your e-commerce success, your affiliate marketing success, let me know. Or if you want to go ahead and if you're already involved and you want to go ahead and make sure that you secure the bag on the investing side of things, let me know. This Forex team is growing very quickly. A lot of people are having success. It's been a blessing watching people go ahead and retire themselves in 365 days, which was the goal when we first started this thing. So I'm excited. We're going to go ahead and take this thing to the moon, and you definitely want to make sure that you're a part of that. So love each and every single last one of you all. Hope you all are ready to have another phenomenal week, another phenomenal month. And like I said, see you on top of the moon because the sky is never the limit. Y'all be blessed.